G'day everyone. Started on my next commission. I've prepared, I think there's about 34 figures or something like that. Something in that region. They're all fantasy figures. They're all different. This is probably the largest single group of, well, it is the largest single group from that commission that are of a similar theme. And these are Hobgoblins from Otherworld miniatures. So far today I've blocked in all the colours. So I've gone for a theme that's pretty similar to what Otherworld have got on their website in terms of colour choices, only with some minor differences. Yeah, because sort of talked to a customer about it, and he said that he was happy to go with that. One of the things I probably have done slightly different is the bows. I've done them in sort of like a black lacquer. I thought that looked quite nice. I like the idea rather than just, because the other wooden things, there wasn't an option, because these are kind of like loosely Japanese style, these Hobgoblin guys. I was thinking, you know, could have lacquered sort of weapons and stuff, but a lot of the wooden components, like the handle on the axe and the pole arms and stuff, have actual grain into them. And I noticed they've painted them in a wood fashion on their website, and same with the shields. But the bows actually have a smooth surface, and I thought, well, that might be a chance to just get some black onto them and do them as sort of more like a black lacquered bow. With the contrasting goldy coloured tips on them and stuff. I thought that might be fun. But there you go. That's what they look like so far. Next step will be applying washes, and then going back in and highlighting back up and working back up and the details and things like that. Yeah, I'm going for like the skin tone on the Otherworld website is a fairly orange kind of skin tone. So I've pulled out some colors that I think should make a pretty interesting triad. So I've got a Reaper Bones Ruddy Flesh is the base color that's going to go over. So this has just had, they've had like a wash of like a red earth acrylic ink, like I do with most of my other flesh tones, is their base. And then they'll get also the sewer water wash that goes over most other things except for the metal and the wood stuff. And then I'll probably start in with this ruddy flesh, and then probably highlight it up next with new wood from Panzer Aces, and then the next highlight will probably be this yellowish rust from Panzer Aces, and then I'll probably mix in like some like an ivory color or something like that, a creamy ivory color, to for really high highlights, I imagine. That's my plan anyway. This is it. I thought this triad looked quite fitting, like with the images that they had on the Otherworld website. The only thing we won't be doing that's on the Otherworld website is that they've given them blue noses. And yeah, my customer didn't want blue noses, so we won't be going for blue noses. So yeah, that's part one. I'll probably record a part two, maybe the end of tomorrow. We'll see you later. G'day everyone. Here's the second part of the Hobgoblin painting. I finished these now. Apart from, you know, their final spray of dull coat, which I'll wait till everything's finished in the project and do them en masse. So here they are. They're quite cartoony and just a bit of fun. So pretty much followed the scheme on the Otherworld Miniatures website. fur cloak. This dude. Huge sword. There we go. 2 archers. I've given the archers a sort of a satiny sort of varnish on the bows. Just to sort of, I mean, they'll get a spray of dull coat that might be lost altogether, but it still might show through slightly, just to show that they're sort of like a lacquered type of wood. Oh, just over the top of the lamp. The shaman type dude, he's got a sort of a lighter skin, a paler skin color than the others. The rest are quite sort of orange, like the skin colors on the Otherworld page. Similar anyway, but this guy's, he's a little bit paler. He's got this crazy popping eye. One of his eyes is sort of bulging and he looks quite crazy. Another one there. Ooh, on the end. Rather oriental looking. Yeah, so there you go. Bit of fun. That's the first 9 figures from this fantasy commission completed. And the rest of them. Oof. Which drawer are they in? This project drawer here. Oh my. Lots of interesting, highly detailed miniatures in there. So they're all assembled and primed and have been put on bases with grit, apart from 2 which have integral bases, which the customer wanted me just to leave them on their integral bases. So yeah, some really interesting characters. Quite a lot of Otherworld miniatures. There's a Dark Sword miniature in there. There's a lot of resin miniatures, I think, that you can get from Stronghold Terrain in Germany. There's some Westphalia resin miniatures. There's some North Star miniatures, and there's a couple of Bronze Age miniatures, I think they're called. So, yep, a real mix of fantasy figures. So, oh, and some Reaper miniatures as well. Okay, so I'm going to probably select some of those to do, and probably show you my progress on the next batch in the next video. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.